Oh, hi. Today I'm going to discuss the next question in Top Interview 150 Study Plan by Leetcode, that is majority element. So this is an easy question. Leetcode 169 majority element. Okay, so the code is already present. Okay. So this problem ask is given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. A majority element's definition is it occurs more than n by 2 times. So the simplest approach what we can take here is we could go through the array in one pass, count the number of elements, and then return go through the array we made or the map we made, anything, and count and take the max the frequency. Take the element with the max frequency. Other approach could be we can use a priority queue with frequency, but both of these approaches would take extra space. We but in this case, this is a special case, so we can do it without extra space also, as the problem asks the element occur more than n by 2 times. So what we can do is we can take a pointer that takes in account the current element and the number of times it has occurred till now. So, for example, I make the current element as 3. Then, if then I move on to the next element 2. If the current element is same as the next element, we add 1 to the count, or else if not, we minus 1. If the count reaches 0, for example, here the count reaches 0, we change it to 2 to make it key no, the current element now becomes 2 if only if the count reaches 0, and in the end it becomes 3 again, so we take into account 3 only. But from the answer it is not that clear, but for some other case, for example the second case, for example we take current as 2, then we add 1 to the count. Now the count is 2, then we subtract 1, then it reaches 0, so then we make 1 as the current element, and similarly when it reaches next one, it count become again 0, then we take current as 2 and 2. So I won't give a concrete proof here, but uh, whenever like the element is greater than n by 2, it is bound to happen ki, with only one variable as which takes in account as current and calculate the count of the current, it is bound to give the correct answer for the majority element. So what I am going to do is make a current element as the first element of the array nums 0. Then I will make the count of current count is equals to 1. Then I'm going to start iterating for I is equals to 1, I nums dot size I plus plus. If current is equals to nums dot I, I'm simply going to add to the count without any changes. Else, if this is not the case, I'm going to subtract 1 from the count and check. If the count now becomes 0, what I'm going to do is I'm going to redefine current as the current element, that is nums of I, and make its count 1. Then I can simply return current. So it is working fine for all the test cases. Yeah, it is working fine. So the time complexity of a web solution is off, and only because we are iterating through the array only once. Also, we are keeping a constant space because we are using only two variables that are count and current, so no extra space of n. So it has an optimal solution. So yeah, thank you.